Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome my very special co-host, Brigid from Brigidrosshealer. Hi, Brigid. How are you?
Hi, Jean. I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me today. I love doing these with you.
It is so nice to see you. I'm thrilled for us to be together with another collaboration. I love getting together with you. And we're also going to be under the same roof pretty soon. And we're both going to be attending the Pathways Natural, is it the Natural Healing Expo? But I
Something like
know.
that.
I have it. I have it's all over my social media, but it's the Pathways show coming up on Sunday, June 8th, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too. It's
And
my first time
mhm.
to do that this year, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, it's your first one for the year.
It's my first time to do that specific event.
The Pathways.
Yeah, the Pathways event, and it's a big one. It looks like there's quite a few, like 80 plus vendors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Let me just bring that up. I have it right here, and I think it's important for us to take a look at. Um, so that we don't get it confused. It's the Summer Expo, and it's the Mind, Body, Spirit Natural Living Expo. I said natural healing. I knew that something wasn't quite
I knew,
right.
and I wanted to say, I think the word living is in there, but I didn't want to muddy it anymore.
Let me just show everybody. And it's the Pathways production, and it says the Natural uh, Living Expo. Oh, let me just do this. Natural Living Expo, and it's in College Park, Maryland on Sunday, June 8th. And it's a big, big show. I'm actually going to be reading a room and not reading a room, I'm going to be doing a talk.
Oh,
And
one of the workshops. Nice.
I'm doing a workshop, and that's going to be lots of fun. Um, and I'll tell you about my talk. See if I can find that. Explore. This is my talk, just a little talk. And it is explore the path of ascension in this transformative workshop where you'll deepen your connection to higher consciousness, activate soul alignment, and receive guidance from high vibrational beings, calling your tools for spiritual evolution, energetic expansion, and inner peace as you awaken to your true divine nature.
That just a little talk.
I know, right? I
Nice.
know. I'm really very much driven to um, assist and give a leg up and um, raise the vibration. Teach what I know. I don't know
Yeah.
everything. I'm sure there's plenty of people that know more than me, but I love talking about it, and I love going through all of the steps and the defining the terminology. And then we're going to do like a guided meditation together and actually go there. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope I have a lot of people, but I think that the crowd will all be together in unison and be able to follow the guided meditation that I offer towards the end. But I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Bridget, I see you. So let's say hello to a couple people. I see Jenny Berlin is here, and Akila B is here. Hi, Akila. Akila's going to be visiting with us. Hopefully you'll be able to make it on that Sunday. She's in the neighborhood. And the very first time I met Akila B is at a Pathway show. And
Oh,
it's here in
nice.
College Park, so it's nearby. Davy Jones is here. Angela Hudkins is here. Evelyn DeMangelis is here. Amelia Anderson is here. Vandana Vindal is here. Jenny A. Hi, Jenny A. And thank you, Jenny A, for being a member. I just started my memberships just a few weeks ago, and I am loving it. I'm really, really enjoying. I do like these mini little teaching things that whatever it is that we want to talk about. And what the last members live, we talked about the difference between um, angels and spirit guides. And it was fascinating. And we all like get this, like we raise our vibration, and we everybody said they felt like there was like an energetic force all around them, that they had this like little bit of a vibration or chills, or it's so much fun. It's
Mm-hmm.
so much fun.
It's
And
really
there's
nice.
endless topics I have to talk about, anything spiritual, metaphysical, all that. It's so much fun. So thank you, Jenny, for being a member. Um, and Kira is here. So nice to see you, Kira. And Play Love Remember. And Barbara is here. And Dolores. Hi, Dolores. Thanks. She's doing the hashtag read. Sometimes they do. Sometimes we do like it's like the random selector. It's supposed to be for prizes and giveaways, but now we use them for readings, because there's so, like, when there's 300 people in the chat all wanting a reading, they do this random selector. If you put a hashtag before it, then your name gets put in the random selector. It's really cool. I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah, you're gonna be teaching me all kinds of
I
tech
know.
with that.
I know. I don't really have that many live with me, so but when I do reach 300 people live, I think I'll use the random selector.
Yes, that'll be too
Uh,
many to manage.
Elaine is here. Oh, look, Akila B says, yes, I'll be there.
Oh,
Akila
nice.
B. Akila, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Just a little talk. And Akila's right there in the front row supporting me. And I'm telling you, it means everything. It means the world to me when you guys support me. I'm on at 3 o'clock, Akila, just so you know.
I love that.
I
I
don't
have
know my booth.
somebody too who comes to all of the events that I do, and it means so. It's like, oh, like a familiar face and that support, because even though we do this, that doesn't mean that there aren't some nerves involved with each event that we do, especially when there's a lot of people at the event. So yeah, getting that support it means a lot.
Yep. And Lisa P73 is here. I see Kira. Let me see. Did I miss some people? The Empress is here. Hello, the Empress. Nice to see you. Yep, we're doing readings today, and then we're going to stick around because before the end of the show, Brigid is going to be doing some light language healing for us. And I'm really looking forward to that. Keila, she's so funny, makes me giggle. So thank you guys for listening to us talk about our local psychic fair. And I do ask that you are present. And if I call for your reading, and if I call your name, if you can just say, hello, I'm here, so that I know that you're here. And I'll try and do like 2 or 3 ahead to show you who's next. So do you have another event, Brigid, that's coming up on your YouTube or on your Instagram
I
that you
have
wanted to
on
share?
dum dum dum. I have to pull out my calendar, but I have somebody reaching out saying that they're live on my page, but I can't see them on this one, so I'm not sure how to direct them.
Well, just have them. Um,
So for everybody, this is my first time to try to stream it live on my YouTube channel at the same time. So I guess if you're over there and you can hear me, because there were several different ones, then just come over to Sun Psychic Genes for right now, I guess, if because I don't see Olivia on here. Yes, this Saturday, the 31st at 1 o'clock, I'm going to do a YouTube live. And then I have a special that day from 2 to 4. I'm doing 15-minute mini readings. And then next month I'll have, like, every week there's going to be an Instagram live or a YouTube live. And you can always go to my website and subscribe so that you get my emails that keep you updated with all the things that I'm doing. And let me just...
I did go into that show and I told them this one wasn't going to be live, to come over to the live one so that they know to go out and come back in.
Perfect. Thank you. You great multitasker.
Well, you were talking, and that gives me a little opportunity to do that. So I told there was two people waiting, and I told them so that they could see in the
Oh,
chat.
and Annan just said, I hear you and it's working on yours just fine. So that's good too.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Annan. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. So let's go ahead and get started
Okay.
and with our
Absolutely.
readings.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
Let me just see. Look.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. It came through. So that's great. That's great. Yeah. I know. I know to send them the link. I wonder if I should send them the link, but that's okay. They just have to, if they go out and come back in, they'll see which one went live. And she says, I love that option, Jean. Yep. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Kira. And Kira, if you can just say hello. I know that you guys are all just here, but. And Kira says, I'm in love with a man who has some issues. My soul wants to take this path, even though there are red flags, and his ex is trying to convince me not to. What can spirit tell me?
Well, actually, Spirit has a lot to say. The first thing is to make sure when you say, my soul wants to take this path. So nothing happens by accident, everything has a purpose. And you may be feeling, if it's true that it is your soul that wants to take this path, there may be a lesson for you to learn here, because you're already seeing red flags, and I'm feeling like those red flags are in a 3D place. So first, I would check in with yourself, do a meditation and ground yourself, and make sure that it's actually from your heart space that you want to take this path, and not from the ego mind space. You're in the heart mind. And um, ask spirit if there's lessons that you need to learn, if you can learn those lessons not by being in relationship with somebody that you're seeing red flags with, because that may be the lesson for you to honor your intuition. If your intuition is telling you, I'm not saying listen to the ex and anybody else outside of you, go within and connect with your higher self and spirit and see, is this truly something that is most beneficial for you? Because we can be in love with people that can be toxic for us. Doesn't mean that there's not something for us to learn, right? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying make that decision from your heart space, and not if so what I'm going to tell you is, she's just saying, yeah, that is so difficult for me to do now, trying to really distinguish between my inner voice from the anxiety and the ego mind. So I encourage you, and I have chills when you say that. So for me, it feels like you are in that ego mind space, to do a meditation, maybe a guided meditation, and ground yourself really well. When we are in the heart space, there is no anxiety and there is no judgment, because in the heart space, all there is love. And so I would encourage you to tap into that space and make your choices in moving forward from that space.
That's
What do you think?
beautiful.
What do you think, Jane?
I thought that was really well put. And it is a very delicate situation, Kira. And I think that um, you already know what the best uh, option is for you, Kira. It may not be the easiest option, but you know what the best option is for you. And you know um, it's important for you to love yourself enough to keep your boundaries and your priorities, and to follow your bliss. And we can't live anybody else's life. We can only live our own life. Other people have free will and they make their own choices no matter what we do or don't do. So we can't live anybody else's life. So we need to come to the approach of a balanced approach and an equal approach, and know that um, to follow whether you're going to be supported through this choice. And I think that um, you know which choice is best for you, but it's not easy for you because you have such empathy, but you don't need to negate your happiness in order to fulfill somebody else's happiness. It shouldn't. Love doesn't hurt. Love isn't painful. Love isn't struggle. Um, there is. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was just going to say she just put a new comment in. It's like cigarettes. It's written all over. They are no good, yet one gets addicted. That's why, this is just an opportunity for you to choose yourself and to love yourself, which is really a huge theme right now, to choose ourselves and love ourselves and use our boundaries and really put ourselves first. A little bit of pain right now might negate a lot of pain later. And I'm going to encourage you to stick around till the end for the healing, because you will be more in your body afterwards and less anxious. You deserve a relief from the anxiety.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kira, and we appreciate the delicacy of that question. I could feel it had. Um, I feel as though you were looking for validation. I think you know what the answer is. I think you know what your choice or your direction is, and I would trust your instincts. So, play, love, remember is next, and after play is let me see, is Amelia. Amelia, just say hi, Amelia. All right. So she says, may I please have a message from my mom, Millie? I haven't spoken to her yet. Okay, that's fine. She's just saying that she gets other mediumship readings.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what that meant, because what I hear right away when I read that, when your mom stepped forward, is that you're not listening to her. So she is actually trying to communicate directly with you. But there's something like external to you that you're focused on, or maybe you have a preconceived idea of what that experience should look like, and so you're looking for it to fit into a box that you've created, and she is outside of that box. So what I'm hearing is she's coming across really subtly, but then she says, I wasn't very subtle when I was here in human form. I was kind of in your face, so you're wanting me to be in your face, but I've learned to be a little bit more soft and gentle, and so I'm coming to you in a softer way. And so when you're hearing those little whispers, I'm hearing like a little rustling by your ear with the hair. And so when you're hearing that, this is her um, trying to get your attention. And so in the moment that is coming through, lean into that and stop what you're doing and follow that inner intuition. Like, okay, mom, what is it that you want me to know right now? And if you're not familiar with automatic writing, I see you, all you have to do is find yourself in a calmer space within and write a letter. Yeah, because if you can get into that space in your heart and, you know, write a letter from her, it will be in her voice of how she speaks to you. Yeah, when you say surprised, I feel like you're surprised because she's coming in a little bit softer, because she says she was not that soft, gentle spirit when she was here, but she has been in what I call school on the other side and has learned to be a little softer. I hope that makes sense.
So what your mom, Billy, is showing me is a red stripe, something with a red stripe on it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, if this was something in her surroundings, but it's an object with a red stripe. I don't know if it was something that she carried, something that she wore, something that she liked, and it's a vertical red stripe. And she's showing me like a coat with a hood on it. I don't know if she was always cold or always had a hood. She's also showing me dogs. I don't know if she had dogs with her. Um, she, I feel like she was sensitive herself, and I feel as though she may not have had um, all of her faculties towards the end. I feel like she did have some struggle. I do feel emotional struggle. And this could have been like a dementia type of oncoming thing, um, where there was a struggle about, you know, maybe, I don't know if it was paranoia or if it was just that she didn't want to eat a certain food, but it was the food that was there for her to eat. But I feel like there was some sort of an emotional struggle towards the end. And she just wants you to know that all of that is gone now. All of that is over with. And she wants you to know that she's really sorry for any inconvenience or any inappropriateness that occurred while she was still here in this world. She's talking about you, and she's talking about the love that she has for you, the memories that she has. She's showing me candles on a birthday cake. I'm not sure if your birthday is nearby or that she always did this for your birthday, made a cake and put candles. But she's saying you were very special to her and she honored you. I do see this as being when you were younger. She's showing to me that she just adored you. She may not have had all of the resources at her disposal in order to be the best mom in the world, but she did the best she could, and she did love you. I feel like she was a smoker. I feel like she was liked to sit outside. I don't know if it was on the front step or on a chair out front, but she liked to be outside. And this, I see her smoking there. I do feel as though she had a little bit of nervous energy about her, like maybe she was um, a little bit anxious sometimes in her adulthood. I do see her enjoying herself too in her adulthood. Oh, geez, she's saying she's
Yeah.
wearing it.
I didn't
The
want to
thing,
interrupt you to tell
yeah,
you that, but yeah.
the red stripe.
Yeah, when you
Was
were
that back when I
describing,
said the red stripe?
yeah, when you were
Um,
describing that.
with the hood, yeah. So she wants you to know that she is with you. She is sees what you're doing, what's happening in your life. She's watching over you, and that she's still who she is. She is the soul that was your mother and always will be your mother. And that's what I've got.
That was beautiful, Jean.
She just was showing me little memories, perhaps.
Yeah, and she
Okay.
had a message prior to that message of I'm wearing it, but I can't see it anymore. I'm not sure why, because my thing isn't scrolling. About playing
Oh,
with her. Yeah. That's why I felt that big energy, but I feel like she's a little calm.
hmm hmm Yep. So good for her. Good for her for bringing that through. And I couldn't tell what this thing was, but I just couldn't stop seeing it. So I had to say it. Okay. Very good.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for your question. And I said Amelia was next. And here is Amelia. After Amelia, okay, is Jenny Berlin. So Jenny, just say hello. And did Amelia say hi? Let me just make sure she did.
Yeah, Amelia
Great.
just said hi.
Okay, good.
So can you tell me where are we going? Oh, right
Uh,
here. Amelia with Amelia now?
yep.
Okay.
And she says, can I get a reading today from my mom, Yvonne Lynette Anderson? A lot of moms. Well,
Mhm.
two in a row. It wasn't intentional. So Jenny Berlin. Okay, Jenny, you're here. Thank you.
We did have Mother's Day this month, yes. So that
Okay. That's why they're all coming in. Yvonne's such a pretty name, and Lynette, that's such a pretty name. Amelia's a pretty name too.
so what I'm getting is somebody who I feel like she's trying to describe herself to me, but she's got like I'm not sure if she was tall or had like a large presence in the room when she stepped in, but she's also showing me a quietness to her. So it makes me feel like perhaps she had things to say, but she had trouble expressing herself, being her true, authentic self when she was here in human form. But she shows me as really tall. Um, I'm not sure if that, like I said again, I'm not sure if that's just an energetic thing because I'm feeling a certain sense of intensity from her. Uh, you knew when her presence was like you knew that she was in the room when she was there. Uh, hmm. I almost feel like there's some. I don't want to just use the word that comes that she's saying there's some regret that she has in not being able to express herself more appropriately in a softer fashion so that you would have received from her the softer side of her. Does that make any sense, Amelia, for you, for mom? Because that's just the sense that I'm getting. This is almost like now I can't really speak properly. And again, showing herself as large, tall.
Oh, geez, she had to give us
Okay,
up.
she had to give you
Oh
up.
my
Okay,
gosh.
yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I have chills when you say that. I feel like she was very restricted and had no. There were like she was very limited in her choices, and that her heart. And I'm covered in chills when I'm saying this to you. Her heart did not want to do that. And at the same time, with whatever the situation that was going on, she was told that it would be a better situation for you to be raised by somebody else. She almost is like she's showing me, tears. She shed many, many tears about this. and still comes in that way of that regret and that sorrow, and looking, she's looking for some forgiveness. And I feel like there's a bigger story here, though, that perhaps in just a little brief reading like this that's so public, might be better. Yeah, it might be okay. It will be better for that in a private reading, maybe, because she has things to share with you. Just know, oh, I'm glad that she did get better. So just know that her heart, her soul, never, ever, ever stopped loving you from the moment that you were conceived until the moment that she left. And even though she had other children, and everybody's important, there was some kind of a special bond that she had with you. And that's what she wants you to remember. She's showing me you as very small, and like she's playing with you on her lap. Even though she was kind of messed up, she's playing with you on her lap. And for you to go to these times in your life that you shared with her that are the good memories, and to please forgive her for the painful ones, and to begin to let those go, knowing that it had absolutely nothing to do with you and the beautiful soul that you are, and everything to do with who she was, what her contract was coming in, and the lessons that she had to learn while she was here. I'm going to leave her with you, Amelia. I hope that
Amelia,
makes sense.
sorry, do you have any children, Amelia? I feel like she is watching over either children or grandchildren, because she's watching over the family, and she's loving that the healing occurred and that there wasn't a uh, like a repeat of what happened. And she's saying that this was her ordeal, her um, challenge, or to get over. And I feel like she was almost like a, I don't want to say victim, but she was not. Yes, your daughter. Yep. Yep,
And then
and
she
you
said,
have
I have
5
to.
grandchildren. She's watching over all of these, and she's saying that she's so happy that what the damage was not continued. She was concerned about that, and she's so happy that you guys are happy and continuing on the maternal line or the feminine line. And she's saying that, oh gosh, what was it? I just had it. She was Oh, I feel like she said that it wasn't her choice. Like she got in mixed in with the wrong people at the wrong time. They made her do it. Like it wasn't like she went out and started doing drugs. It was the people she was hanging around with, and they were, drinking and stuff. And she's saying she would have never tried this stuff, and she would have never gotten hooked. Like it was outside of her character to be in this addictive, situation. Like this wasn't the norm. I feel like she's showing me, not that it was in the
She's
suburbs.
agreeing with you. She's saying it was the wrong
it,
people.
it wasn't it wasn't that she was in the suburbs, but it was almost like it's not typical for her family or her to have this type of problem. Like, and I'm not saying there's a typical, I'm just saying that, it wasn't what her friends, or what was not her friends, but other people in her class, maybe. It was not, it just wasn't, it was unusual for her to fall into that. Um, and she's so glad that it didn't affect you. I mean, obviously it did, but for you to have your own daughter and your own grandchildren, and to continue that line of love, and that it was just her mistake that it didn't affect the rest of the family. But she said she's watching over the family, and she's just thrilled because she was a wonderful mom. Yep, yep. And it was the wrong people that she hung around, and she did what she could. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. She's telling me this, Amelia. So, wow, good for her. She's really happy that she's coming through like this, and that we can hear her, and that she has an opportunity to share these things in a way that is not overwhelming for you, Amelia. Aw, she says, "I don't blame her." That's it. She's not saying it wasn't her fault because she did do, but she's saying she would have never done that if she wasn't with these people, and she didn't realize that what she was doing was gonna be so detrimental to her. Um, yeah, that's nice. That's nice that you don't blame her. Aw,
Can I just
thank
add, because she shared that she herself lost her daughter at the age of 9, and so I just very much feel like some of the largeness of how your mom comes in is because your daughter is with her and she's taking care of her, and there's no, like, I just keep hearing over and over, no worries, we're together, we're happy and free of any suffering that occurred when they were here, both of them, when they were here in human form. And I just keep hearing, not that this is anytime soon, but they will be waiting for you when you come. Not now, though.
thank you very much. Wow, beautiful. Aw, Amelia. Mhm, mhm. What a beautiful mama.
Yep.
What a tragic situation as well.
I want to say also, like, you are a beautiful mama and grandma.
Mm,
Those babies are lucky they have you.
wow. Wow. Amelia, if this is there was I really feel a lot of there's an emphasis to this, to your energy, your mom's energy, you hearing this and the healing, and it's going to change. It changed your perspective. It changed your just it's going to change you. And you'll never be the same again. Like this opportunity was something that you really needed. And how brave you are to put your mom's name and to ask her for a message, knowing that, something could come through. But thank you very much. It was very impactful for me, very much. I feel the love. I
Yeah,
feel the love. I feel the change I can feel like there's a change in me. And I'm not sure if it's you, Amelia, or if your mom. Yep, heartfelt. I can feel that in me that it was a big, big deal here. Whew.
it was. I'm covered in chills this whole time. So I feel like it's been very healing and I want to say that at least so far, and I'm sure it will continue, that everybody's being very vulnerable today, opening up to receive the healing. And that's that's everything, because if we're not open to hearing, then we cannot receive it. So that was very special what your mom brought through, Amelia.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody for supporting Amelia. Everybody was so nice in the chat. I love when you guys are so supportive. Next is Jen. After Jen is Sandra, and it's Jenny Berlin is next. She did say hello. And then Sandra, if you're still here, don't go away. It's just Sandra is her name. And I wanted to get to you a couple of times, but you left the chat. You weren't around. So make sure you stick around. You'll be after Jenny because
So
I feel like your partner is calling me. Yeah. Yeah.
so just
Okay.
right away. I'm sorry. Are we ready for Jenny?
Yeah, I'm going to go
Yes.
ahead and read it so everybody knows. My daughter got married on Saturday. Does my mom Betsy or brother Eddie from heaven have a message for me? We found a penny and a feather that day.
So, I mean, immediately I was covered in chills just reading your question there, and because they are so excited that you're actually asking that, but more excited that you paid attention to the signs that they gave, because I'm I don't always feel this way, but they're showing me that it was not easy for them to create this penny and a feather so that you would know that it was them, that they are together. And I just heard that everything is healed, whatever was going on, perhaps between your mom and your brother. Healing has occurred, and they were both there watching your beautiful daughter get married to the love of her life. They were very much a part of it. And I want to say they're like each sitting one on either side of you. They were very, very present that day. Your mom is showing me that your daughter wore a beautiful dress and that she felt special that day, that your daughter also felt their presence that day. And then I'm hearing that the person that she married is a keeper and somebody that will be loving and kind to you, and that's important. And I feel like there's a larger story behind that that you will understand.
Wow. And Jenny, what I was getting when Bridget was first calling it out, they're telling me there was like 10 signs, and they're the only two that you noticed, that there was little, little things, little, and it's just very subtle. It's very subtle. It's almost like if you thought of them, or if you smelled their perfume, or if you thought that somebody looked like your brother out of the corner of your eye, and you looked and it wasn't your brother, like something so slight, so gentle, of a little bit of a hint. And not only that, but you did have them on your mind, and asked for them to attend. And they said, of course, that we would not have missed this for the world. And they love these celebrations because everybody's so filled with love. Everybody is gathering together. And for your loved ones, it's like easy pickings because everybody's there together. Maybe the other 10 that they're showing me was for the bride, or was for the groom, or was for the other family members, but the two that you saw were those two. But they're saying that they were trying to drop hints and signs throughout the day. I don't know. There's some in you, whether you got chills. I don't know if your mother's favorite song was played during the services or something. Whatever it was, and they're saying that they sent many signs and synchronicities. They love that you included them and had them on your mind. I don't know if your daughter had a special place for, like, grandmother, like a seat for grandmother, or a little like an altar, or what do you call that? A memory, something, a
Yeah,
place to
memory
remember
table.
them. A memory table, yeah. Um, but she's saying that, and yeah, she's also telling me she may have had something on her dress that was from her grandmother. And she's just saying, of course we were there. We wouldn't miss it for the world. And she was there throughout the whole thing, through the planning and everything. Oh, geez. Jenny said, I did ask. Yep. And she said, she's a friend to me. And yes, a larger story. Yeah. There's,
Beautiful.
hmm um, well, thank you, Jenny, and thank you. So it felt like a really wonderful, high vibrational gathering at that wedding. But good for
Yeah,
you,
a
and
lot of
tell
love.
your daughter we said congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Um, Let me just try and get caught up here. There's a lot of Dolores. Are you still here? Um, and we're doing Sandra next, but I just want to see if we have time, if Dolores is still here. Here's Sandra. And then we're going to do a healing light language before we leave everybody. So don't, if you had a reading, please stick around.
And just, Jean, for you to know, it will just be that it will only be a few minutes, so it won't
Okay.
take long. It's not like going to be 10 minutes.
Okay. So this is Sandra's partner, John, and she's been asking, and I see you, Dolores. Thank you. And she's been asking a couple of times when I had lives, and I was getting to her, but she wasn't in the chat. I'm like, man, I wanted to get to her. So now she's here. Um, Wonderful. Her partner, John. So let's connect.
So I feel like the sense that he's giving me is that he was a very gentle, soft soul. And your connection was so beautiful. Just like he's giving me chills, like just there was so much love shared between the two of you. And he shows me, I'm not sure if this is, I never know when spirit steps forward if they're like showing me actually how they physically were or how they perceive themselves to be. But he is showing me that he's taller than you and that he continues to this day to hold you in his arms. And he would like you to just lean into him. He literally just, he wants you to feel him holding you because he's holding you every day. He sees what you're going through and you talk to him. He says, I've got words of wisdom for you. I can still, you can still hear my opinions. I'm not sure if you also are somebody who is familiar with automatic writing or if you heard that conversation earlier, but it's a beautiful way to get messages. Yeah, he sees your struggle. He's really wanting to help you. And this is why he just would like you, whether it's laying down or sitting on the couch, just literally like this, lean into him and feel his arms around you. He didn't want to leave you. This was not, even though he left when it was his time to leave, it was not in the cards. He was, you were soulmates. You were his person, but I feel like he was your person too. I'm going to let Jean say something too.
Oh, thank you. So what I'm hearing him say is that he's stronger now. So he is strong. He's strong enough to hold you and to carry you through the grief and for you to lean on him. And he's saying that he wanted to grow old together and he wanted to take care of you. He's sorry that the things transpired the way they did, that there was I feel like it came out of left field, and it was no sooner that you guys got together that something happened. And I feel like you guys were tending to whatever the illness was or the condition was on and off for a while. And he's sorry that that happened that way. He's saying, but he's not sorry that it was you who were take care of him, because he wouldn't. He said you gave him dignity, you gave him respect. He understood how difficult it was for you to watch him go through that and to understand, like, you had grieving even um, before he passed, because of his situation, because of his condition. He was on his own, Gene, when he passed. Okay, that's fine. It like you weren't there, and he was. That's okay. Um, but he wanted you to know that he wanted to take care of you. Let me just tap into him a little bit more right here. He just wants to thank you. He's saying that remember the love that we had together, and trust that it was true love, that it will carry on. Love never dies, he's saying. Love carries on. And he's just saying that he's really grateful to you for loving him for who he was, very unconditional, and you were very patient. Like, he had little habits or ways of doing things, or you know maybe a rough exterior, but he said that you loved him for who he was and didn't try and change him. Didn't say, take those dirty boots off, go put on some shiny shoes. He's like, that's you, keep your dirty boots on, that's fine. Like, you didn't try and change him into something that he wasn't. And he's just saying that you loved him for who he was, and that was very special. I feel like he was maybe a little bit older than you. Either that, or he looks a little bit older than you, or he acted a little bit older than you. I'm not sure if he had maybe come to a different point in his life, but he's just saying to trust the interlude and the connection that you had in the love that you had together. Um, and he's telling me that love is love. Marriage is a piece of paper. Don't worry about whether or not you were married, or having to say my partner, because I feel as though he would have chosen you each and every time if he could have. I think you both were at a point in your lives where a piece of paper didn't really make a difference. Oh, that's a shame.
I just wanted to add one thing for you, Sandra. Him passing on his own was his choice. People pass as that when they're ready to, and according to what they want. I've seen people, as a hospice nurse, I've seen people wait uh, past what anybody could possibly still be living through to wait for somebody to arrive. And I've also seen patients ask the nurse to have people leave so that they can pass on their own, because they don't want the person to witness that or remember them in that last time, that last picture. That's not what he wants you to remember. He wants you to remember him as he was when he was here. And we don't need to tell him that you love him and miss him so much, because he hears you and he knows this. So I encourage you to talk to him and to open your heart chakra to allow his love to still fill you and to receive the messages that he has for you. You are just as important to him as he was to you. Yeah, you say he was a fantastic guy, and he's like, well, you're a fantastic gal.
Wow. Well, thank you, Sandra, and all the best to you and John. And next we have Dolores, and after Dolores, we'll do the light language.
Okay.
So Dolores says, can I get a message from my mom? She passed in 2007. Her name is Amparo.
I feel like I feel a little Spitfire stepping forward, like a short woman who had a lot to say, and she's like speaking very rapidly in a language that I don't understand. So she's so excited. Let me just get her to calm down a little bit, because she's like, I'm so excited that you're here and that you're asking me to step forward and to give you a reading, like rapidly talking here. Holy guacamole. And maybe I said that because she liked guacamole. She's all over the map. What I feel like is there's a very, very, very deep, deep love between the two of you. And even though it's 18 years since she passed, she loves you just the same. And you love her just the same. Like, you feel this in your heart. And in those days where you still shed tears about her not being here, and there's all these things that you want to tell her, she hears you. She's like, I'm sitting right next to you. Let's have a cup of tea together. Let's like spill the tea is what I'm hearing. Like, you guys shared, you were like best friends and shared your stories together. And I'm covered in chills, but also like gossiped about other people. So, like you had that person that you could do that with. And she's still doing that with you. So I hope that you feel that and that you're able to tap into her in that way, because she has not missed one single second in the years since she's been gone. She has witnessed the hardships, the joys, the ups and the downs. But she's still like, I'm so happy you're here. She just can't stop and can't say enough about what a beautiful, wonderful, perfect daughter that you were to her, but actually that you still are to her. She's very much a part of your everyday, Dolores.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah. So she does say that she hears your prayers, Dolores, and that you honor her in such a beautiful way. And you talk to her from time to time. And when you see things that she would like, you still say, "Oh, Mom would love this." Remember, you bring her into your everyday life, and there's almost a day doesn't go by that you don't think about her or talk about her. And she's saying that she's so grateful to you. She wants you to know that she is well and that she is almost revived. There's like a renewal to her. And but the spirit of her is still lives on. And she says those words because she was spirited, like her personality and her the way that she was. Um, and but she's saying that she's renewed and revived and re-energized, and she's really in a beautiful place of unconditional love. She's with family. I'm not sure if she has her husband there. Um, there's other family members. I feel like there's a sister. She's saying we're all here together. She's just saying that she is so very proud of you. She would love to have been there to help you and advise you and to chat with you and sort of like converse with you longer. Um, She wishes she would have had those golden years, but she's saying everything happens for a reason, and that um, her journey and was her journey. Like everything happened as it was meant to be. And she's saying you are very much like her. I feel like you may have kids or grandkids that um, you know, still look to your mom's advice as to how you um, live your life and how you treat your family. You still, and it's a little bit about traditions, but it's more about her, you know. And do you have kids that look like her? Do you have kids or grandkids that you named after her or that look like her? She's saying that it's almost like the same mannerisms. I feel like you have let me see, does she say all her brothers and sisters are over there with her? Um, her family. Let me know if you have children or grandchildren that look like her. She's just saying that, and if not, that you're starting to look like her. But when you look, well, you do probably look like her. But when you look in the mirror, you're reminding yourself of your mother more and more. She's saying there's like an essence of her that still lives on. So that's what I have, Miss Dolores, and thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Oh,
My sister and I are just like her. Okay. 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 Excellent. Excellent. But your mom's a great, beautiful, loving mother. What a beautiful way to connect with your mom. And
so much energy.
your
Right.
nieces look like her too. Yep. She lives on. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm still like her essence, she's saying, still lives on. And that keeps reminding you guys. And it's true. And she's tickled over it as well. So life goes on is what she wants you to say. So now we're going to ask Brigid to share with us some of her light language.
Perfect.
And so, Brigid, whenever you're
Yep.
ready.
Thank you, Jean. So, for everyone, if you have either, if you've heard light language already, you know what to do. If you have not, just take a few slow, deep breaths. You don't have to do anything. You're just going to be in receiving mode to allow the energy to wash through you and over you. If you've not heard light language before, it's very channeled and it's different sounds that come out of my mouth. They might sound familiar to you, especially people who are along their journey of remembering who they are. Light language may be very familiar to you. I have some light language on my Instagram and YouTube channel, and I also have a membership where I do 2 group healings a month, and you can go to my website, brigidross.com, to explore those other opportunities to receive healing. So today, what I'm asking for is just a quick clearing. There's like a layer of stuff on the outside of us that needs to be cleared away so that we can actually get to the inside and to clear from, well, I never know if it's going to go from the top chakra down to the bottom or the other way. But what Spirit is saying is we're really being called upon right now to release these deep, deep experiences in our lives, be them from past lives and different timelines and lifetimes, and this one, so that we can move forward into the new energy, the new earth that is coming towards us. So if you just take a few slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out your mouth, breathing in love and breathing out all that does not serve you. Wutakarishim sototokoro wiriwiriwirabashiguru Ishakatakaru shu sekalalimanamarabisha Ushtakalaminamarabisukuru Hamda tatatata jukotokoro Ishawarware Sakara Sakatakaru Rupi Papa Shikatakariram tatatata Ishawarwa Ishatakarin Sakatakaru Ishe Takarete Achuku rumpi papa 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 shukuru wari 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 sukuri ram nengle gere kapri sukuri gere gere pati gere 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 kapri shukuru wari wari gere kataka yutoko rumpi papa papa shukuru ku ram nengle gere gere sukuri gere gere sukuri gere gere wari wari sukuru gere gere pati sukuri gere 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 sukuri gere 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 ataka shata yaisha sakaru ishimana mara 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 kataka Ashukutokose. See the truth. Not what you want to see. Haruita paparagi shakorogoririm sakarupisha aruitekesha mama sokotoguri ambatikuri takakiri sokotoguri takakiri ushikatakiri babasukuni halawuri amnamani vasokotoguri shawa so hamne hanne hashukurori hasukurora io chichichiche saram narawara so achikata casa orikatakarimas sakatikika hashukurutikesha aruhim narawishi sasa hamnarawishi tse aru yamna yala la lolom naya tse hayate show sa hashui hete shasa ushana tsetsa ishatara waku shuaha se sa Just take a few slow, deep breaths, allowing this to integrate the new energy. Make sure you're watering the new garden, the new foundation, and not the old. Drink some water. Be kind to yourselves. And remember that you are supported and loved no matter where you are on your healing journey.
Wow. That was really amazing, really beautiful. Thank you so very much, Brigid. And Danielle says I got goosebumps.
I was covered in goosebumps too, and I was given it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely what we all needed. Everybody, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. You get what you need from the healing. And you can come back in and listen to it. You know, you go deeper into the healing. You only need a few minutes. It can be very, very helpful.
And Jenny loved it too.
Good. You're welcome.
Thank
you, everyone, for being open to receiving.
Mm-hmm. It was really great.
Heal.
So I just wanted to remind everybody that I have an event coming up on Saturday, the 31st of May. It is my chakra healing workshop where we will teach you about the chakras. We're working on the 7 basic chakras. We will teach you the healing technique that we'll be using to help balance and clear the chakras. And then we'll go through an actual healing experience together. And I call it a workshop because I want it to be interactive. But if you'd like to just come and listen and receive, that's fine too. It is Saturday, this Saturday, May 31st, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern. It's a 2-hour class and it's $25 a person. If you want to register, you can go to my website, sunpsychicgene.com/contact, because or I also have this in my posts page on my YouTube channel under posts. I have the actual link there if you want, but you can just go to my website, sunpsychicgene.com contact, and I'm doing this together with Terry from Holding Your Space is going to be doing this together with me. And I just wanted to remind everybody that if you're a member to my channel, like you see that Jenny here is a member, and she has the opportunity to take this class at half the price. So if you want to become a member, I think the lowest one is $4.99, and you get like member benefits for that whole month. And then you also get this class for half price. Just letting you know, in case you guys are thinking about it, maybe should I not? And you can become a member the day before the workshop, and you get the workshop half. Well, I would have to send it. Just if you want to become a member, you can get the workshop half off. But I just wanted to remind everybody of that, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be lots of fun, and
I was going to say
learn a lot.
That's wonderful class that you're offering in such a reasonable price to, receive healing, and also learn. So that's awesome.
Yep. I'm going to teach it. We're going to go over the healing. We're going to do the actual healing. And then the last half hour, we're going to leave open for questions and answers and chat. So, while we're all there together, why not? It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's really nice getting to know different people and connecting with people of like-minded vibrations. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. But thank you guys.
To answer just a couple of questions that were coming up when you were talking. So it is recorded here. So it will be available when Jean posts this, and it will also be available on my YouTube channel that you can come back in and listen to it. Just, go forward to the end of this, whatever this is called. And you should feel a little bit lighter and more grounded. It's kind of an interesting thing that happens. So I'm super happy that you experienced that.
And if you're talking about the workshop, yes, I'm going to record the teaching and the healing part. But the question and answers, I'm going to stop the recording. So if anybody has any questions, and then I'll turn back on the recording during the, instruction and the actual healing part if you want to. So yes, the chakra healing class, not the whole 2 hours, but the portion, because I have to respect other people's privacy, and they're quite, they don't want their questions being sent out to everybody. But yeah, it's going to be recorded. So thanks, Tea Garden. Miss Sherlock says she feels lighter after the light language.
That's awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome, Jenny. You're very welcome. Akila B says thank you. You're welcome, Akila. Thanks for staying with us. And Andy's healing hearts. Amazing. I've felt that in my body. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh,
you're welcome. Yay.
Wow. And Tea Garden says, yes, it's a beautiful healing gift. And Andy says, so is this the language that comes through sometimes? Okay.
Definitely channeled.
It's would you say it's a galactic source or an angelic source or both?
It's all of that and more. It's further. It's from the beginning of time till now, and it changes as we're changing. The language changes.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome. It's a beautiful way to help heal faster so that we don't have to stay stuck in the muck, so to speak.
Wow. Good answer. Good answer. Well, thank you so much, Brigid, for joining me here today and for sharing some space together and your beautiful readings. She's extremely talented. Everybody, please do go on over and subscribe to Brigid's channel. Her information is in the show notes below. And if you just go to Brigid Ross Healer, you'll find her Instagram, her YouTube, and her website. Everything is under there. And please do share the love. So thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.